I'm going to give people about another minute and then I'll start. I just want to make sure that people who are in the chat have time to get over here if that's what they want to do. This will eventually end up on YouTube, so if they miss it, they miss it. But yeah, give them a little more time. Alright, so with the arena edit thing, it can be a little bit, I mean, there's a whole lot of trial and error in it. It's not easy like the, what is it, the SmackDown versus Raw one where you can move everything around and with like a mouse or I guess a controller. You can't do that here. You got to use the positioning. I did, however, allow you to update the arena in the middle of a match, so you don't have to start a match to, or I mean, you don't have to restart a match to get it to work. So what I'm going to do is I want to add stairs to my ring. And so I know that there are stairs in the training center, so I'm going to go ahead and load the training center first. I'm going to find which stair I want to grab. You do that with the component grabber form. We really don't need the game volume, do we? So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn that down because it's pretty loud on my end. I don't know how it is for you guys, but let's kill that, and we're going to kill it over here too, so that it's not blaring in my ears. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to want to add stairs to my ring, and there are stairs in this arena. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for stairs. And just basically, to be transparent, I already did this, so I actually have a screenshot of all the values I need and which parts I need and everything else. But I'm going to show y'all how to do it. So here's Component Grabber. If you're not in full screen, this probably doesn't look very good to you, just like a whole bunch of just junky garbage. But if you blow up your stuff into full screen, you should be able to see it a little better. I'm streaming at something ridiculous like 16 by 9 or 920 by 1080 or something, so it should be readable. So we have all of these stairs setups here, but these are the, if we click on our FreeCam here and we click on the use mouse camera movement, we can go up here. We could see that those are actually the bundles of stairs that are on the ring. I hate this stupid thing. Reset movement. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to turn off the cam AI. I don't want it for this. And I'm going to turn mouse camera movement back on. But yeah, so if we select one of the stairs northeast, let's say, it's going to be these doubles. It's not going to be just a single stair. And I want the single stairs because it's going to give me a better, more control over them. So let's go find the one that we need, which is going to be stairs 001. So let's make sure it's loaded here. And of course it will be. Yeah, so we have stairs 001. We have multiple copies of it at stairs 00017, which is like the opposite, the other end of the stairs. So yeah, that's the model we need. So now we're pretty much done in this arena. We can go ahead and quit out of that match. Come back over here to Arena Edit. Load this up. You want to select the arena you want to add stairs to. I'm going to add them to Korakuen Hall. And the ring that you want to add stairs to, I'm going to add them to my Pacific North Championship Wrestling. And what we're going to want to do is come down here into the new object, which also allows you to edit objects, so it's not entirely new objects. We're going to pick Arena 05, which is the training center, or the I don't remember, the dojo. Then we're going to go here and we're going to type in stairs 001 was the name. Oop, there is a underscore there. Capitalization does matter, so you're going to want to get that exactly from your component grabber. The nice thing about component grabber is this list doesn't refresh when you quit the match, so you could still bring this up and look at it while you're doing this. And then we're going to want to go to browse for a texture. They're going to use the same textures that they use in the normal game if you're loading an object. So what I'm going to do is load the default texture for Arena 5, which is going to have the stairs on it. So that's going to be what we need. And then let's reset all of these to 0 just to see what happens. Where it loads in the stairs. The scale should always be 1. Don't set these to 0, because that basically makes it so that the model has a scale of 0, which means that it doesn't exist, essentially. So we've set it all to 0. We've set the scale to 1. It's not a transparent texture. And keep world position means that it's going to spawn in the exact same place as it does in the arena that you're pulling it from. Sometimes that can be helpful. Sometimes that's not helpful. I'm going to use true this time because I kind of want to just load them in the way that they spawn in the dojo and then move it from there. The only difference is, so if you have this as false, these are exact positions. If you set this to true, this will adjust the position. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. And then once you have all of this set up, you go ahead and hit Add Object. And then you hit Save. And now if we go here to Korakuen and we go to Entry Finished, we should end up with a stair somewhere. Let's go find it. It's not going to be in the right place by default. This is where the mouse camera movement comes in quite a bit of handy. You just click it on. Let's make sure that it's not trying to use a cam AI. I don't want it switching. And then there's our stair right there. It spawned in the middle of the crowd, which is obviously not where we want it. So now I'm going to zoom out so that I can see more of the arena. And I want the stair down where where the first wrestler comes out. Over here on this corner, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but if you can, over in this corner, which is the blue corner on the upper part, that's where I want that stair. So now we just need to kind of adjust things. So let's do that. We're going to have to go ahead and click it in the existing objects. It'll load it up into the new object, which is kind of a misnomer. Then you're going to want to adjust things. So let's say we do a -8 and a -8. That's just going to move it. I have no idea where that's going to move it. That's the trial and error portion of this. And then you hit save again, and that's going to flag this for update. And when you pause it, that will update. And look at that. That almost ended up exactly where I wanted it. So we can adjust a little bit from there. It's still a little too far. And it's not close enough to the corner for me. So let's go ahead and make some more adjustments. I'm going to do like negative 8.25 maybe, not 82, 8.25. And we'll do like maybe 8.75. And now we hit update again, and we hit save again. And that's pretty much right where I want it for that one. So I want to add another stair over on, let's say, this side here, in the back there, kind of where the other wrestler shows up. When you have the enter from opposite sides checked. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on this so that it adds, so that it loads everything up. And then instead of hitting update, we're just going to hit add new object. And that's going to add a duplicate of that object that you've got there. And it's going to spawn in the exact same place. And we don't want that. But we don't really know where we do want it to spawn. So let's go ahead and set this back to 0. We do know that we're going to need to rotate it because we don't need it in that rotation. And so to rotate things in the way that you're probably going to want to rotate most things, it's right here, it's this Z rotation. And we're going to try 90. I think that should do it. And we're going to go ahead and update, save, and boom. And there you see we've got another stair right in here. And it looks like it's facing the right direction. So now we just need to remove it. We just need to move it to the right spot. Let's go ahead and do like 3, and we'll say -8. That might be good. And then save. Did that save? Oh no, that didn't save. Okay. So 3, and then -8, I think is what. Oop, I punched the thing. So what we said. Now we'll update. Now we'll save. And ooh, nice. Check that out. We've got a stair there. Still not perfect. Let's get it to where we want it. That's pretty close. Let's try 2.25 and -8. I don't know, we'll do 7.5. I think that's what we did on the other one. And then we'll hit save, and we'll pause so that it updates. There we go. We've got stairs on this ring now. And just to show you how this works, we can go ahead and quit this, and now that we've got them in there, anytime we pick this combination of things, they will automatically load into the right spot. Now that we have them in the right spot, and they'll just be there. Keep in mind that this is visual. This wrestler is going to walk right the fuck through that. I mean, it's just for looks. If you wanted collision data, you'd have to do all kinds of programming stuff to add collision and add detection for it, and it's not really worth it. I mean, it's mostly for appearance and stuff like that. And so adding things to the ringside area is probably not going to be incredibly useful as far as like, what am I looking for? It's not going to be incredibly useful. The one thing that you could do that maybe Key Crusher would be a big fan of is loading up you could probably load up some barbed wire stuff, and in whatever arena you want, maybe you could have it on 2 sides of the ring. You could actually load these mats and reskin them, make them a little thicker so they could look like nails. Again, it's purely visual. They're not going to they're not going to bleed when you throw them out there on them, but you could do something like that. If you wanted to work on modding, you could use that in combination with a code mod to say yes whenever they land outside, it causes them to bleed if you wanted to replace it with nails or something. the possibilities are up to you guys. But that's basically how it works. If you have any questions, you can hit me up in here. I will let this play out for a while. Maybe stay around for a couple of minutes while it streams, and then let you guys ask questions. If there's anything else you want to see me try, that's cool. I can do that. One thing that I can also show you guys is, so there's a preset thing, and I posted most of Zinski's presets. So let's go back here to where I have the presets stored, which is modpack data, arena edit presets, and let's add the balconies just for the fuck of it. I mean, there's no... And you see when you add the balconies, it already does all of the nice scaling and everything. You may have to edit the texture, but probably not, to be honestly, because I made these before I worked out the texturing, so I'm gonna have to change the textures. But you probably won't have to if you don't use these presets, like if you're using other people's presets that were made later on, then you probably won't have to do this step. There we go. We've got update. Oh, I forgot to save that one. Update. Okay. So there's the balconies, and let's get a balcony banner just for the fuck of it. Balcony banner. And we'll go here, and we'll go browse, and we'll add the textures to that, and that is the banner. And we'll go update, and then we'll go save, and then we'll do that. And then I believe that I have the... yep, my stupid ass did that. Now let's reset. Let's go down there. And now we have this. So let's... So we've got that nice balcony going on now. You can obviously, you know, it doesn't work very well with these particular walls. I think with Zinski's walls it worked better. But anyway, so that's how this stuff works. Oh, here's a question. Will it work with the MMA Arena 2? Probably. I honestly don't see why not. Let's check and make sure that I haven't... Yeah, Dodecagon... no, it won't, because you can't select a ring. So it's basically going to... It won't ever be able to find a proper file. So no, it's not going to work in the MMA Arena. I may add compatibility for that, I may not. It just depends. But off the bat, it won't, and I'm honestly not... It's not high on my list. I don't use MMA, don't care for it. So if it requires me to do more work to get it to work, there's probably a good chance that I'm not going to do that work. So, yeah. So, no. But generally, that's how this thing works. It's pretty easy. I think it's pretty cool. I'm hoping to see people do some cool stuff with it. I am going to release these stairs as presets. To do that, you just come up here. Once you've got everything, you hit Save Preset. And you go up here. And we go to Presets. You can save them wherever. And this is Yerk Blue Side Stairs. Save. And then you go Save Preset. And we'll go Yerk Red Side Stairs. And once that's there, I can actually share these in the Discord or wherever I want to, and other people can just load them up, and the stairs will be there in their game. So that'll be pretty nice. So people can basically make objects and share them pretty easily to allow for some pretty cool arena customizations, in my opinion. kind of excited to see what people who are way more creative and better at this kind of thing than me do with it. So, um, anyway, if nobody's got any more questions, that pretty much wraps this up. I think I covered everything I needed to cover. So, all right. Well, it doesn't seem like there are any more questions. I'll be around on the Discord if you have any later on while you're trying this. If not, then have fun with it. Hopefully, we'll see some cool stuff.